Hey guys, so I have something so incredibly special. Hey you guys, so I have something so incredibly special to introduce to you this month before Christmas. We are working diligently to get what I am about to share with all of you up on the Etsy shop, The Detox Intuitive. So we're gonna start with Palo Santo. I have over, you ready? 5,000 sticks of Palo Santo. These are guaranteed a 10-hour burn. I would just say 5 to be safe, but I burned one last night that lasted 9.5 hours, like 9.5 hours. I started burning it in the morning and it burnt into the night. We also have these homemade sage bundles that are infused with herbs from my garden. We have the lavender ones, or the purple, very short stock on these, so get them while they last. The rainbow ones that are infused with dried marigolds that we dyed with organic natural food coloring. We have the dandelion ones that are so incredibly pretty. We're gonna be putting these up probably 2 for $35 or 3 for $35, depending on what kind of mood I'm in that day. So these are excellent. We have these turkey feathers. I actually get these are wonderful for smudging. They'll come in a plastic baggie. I get these from a Native American couple who only, because I'm vegan, who only takes feathers from roadkill, and they do a ceremony for the bird, and then they have these. So these are wonderful. Oh my gosh, these are almost sold out. My forbidden bath salts. So the forbidden bath salts are excellent to do once a week. You just put a teaspoon of this in there to cleanse negative energy. We just sold a bunch of these to the famous Psychic Jane on TikTok, so yay. We have the Aventurine Roll-On, which I like people to do it on the temple and behind the ear, and also under the nose to bring in abundance. I'll show you the size that we have right here. We have just a ton. You guys always ask me about the bracelets I wear. We have over 3,000 of the different bracelets. You can pick which type you would like. I've got everything from howlite to my beautiful aquamarine birthstone. We have room clearing sprays. This one in particular, I infused with lavender and sage, and I put amethyst crystals on the bottom. So this one's really special. You just one spritz in the room, and you know, that's all you need. We have, let's see, this ring. So this is a really powerful ring. The twin flame ring has sold. I just want all of you to know. So I put this ring up last year. It's one of a kind. I thought we had 3 of these, we didn't. It's one of a kind. It's actually a vintage crystal ring, and every time I wear it, I have like sickening days, like $10,000 days, $17,000 days. So I would say this is a mega abundance ring. Beautiful ring. I've got more bracelets on my little unicorn guy here, because let's face it, I am a unicorn. So I'll put the ring on that for one special buyer. I have got just an absolute ton, and I mean a ton of incense. Everything from money incense to love spell incense. If you get the love spell incense, I highly recommend you infuse it with some frankincense oil if you're gonna use it. And remember, only do, you guys, be mindful. Like if someone's ignored your calls and texts for, 16 years, don't try to do a love spell on them, come on. The most popular thing, and what I encourage all of you to get, and the reason mine is more expensive is it is legit real, is the Mexican copal. They burn this at death ceremonies. It is very powerful. If you have to see like your mother-in-law you don't like, your brother-in-law you don't like, or just your wife or husband that you don't like at the holidays, it's great to burn throughout the house around your aura. etc. My candle labels for my personal candles are being created right now. We have a ton of crystal towers. We've got, I love this, I'm sorry, How Light crystal tower right here. I thought my other phone was gonna ring. I've got clear quartz towers. I have got little cinnamon and clear quartz wrapped together, which is excellent for your altar work. I've got, oh gosh, I've got everything. I have my Moonchild candles, which have herbs from the garden and they're infused with crystals. You can burn these on the full moon or the new moon. Goodness gracious. We always have my book that is also available in Barnes & Noble, Eat Right for your zodiac type. It is also going in the shop. What else do I have? My goodness. Oh, I have the chakra balancing crystal stone set, and I highly recommend, if you need to balance your chakras, I highly recommend you get the chakra incense with the 7 chakra balancing stones, and that you also get the Mexican copal with that. Very powerful, the 3 together. So we have those. Also, I am working on an oracle deck. It is a labor of love because I'm doing 4 series of oracle decks, so please be patient with us on that. I'm working with someone else, so it's just about working together. We have the Better Your Business oil and the Money Drawing Essential Oils. They come in a little bottle right here. Sorry about my yoga pants. You know, I'm a multitasking woman. So, you know, we have a lot of really great things. I suggest you treat yourself $50, $75 worth of spiritual, esoteric tools to help you along your healing journey. And I just wanted to share all these amazing things with all of you. So visit the store, The Detox Intuitive on Etsy, and treat yourself for the holidays or treat someone else. We could all use a little protection. Some things I have coming in are 3-tier altar tables made from a man in Bali. The shipping was extra, just absolutely, I got a killer deal on the shipping, so that was good. And I have some decks and things coming in as well. So we are going to be updating the prices and everything on the Detox Intuitive store on Etsy, so visit it there. I might have these items also stocked on the website. I probably will put them on Andrea Cox, not the Detox Intuitive, because I've kind of let the Detox Intuitive website fall away now that I've moved the private readings, Akashic Record readings onto AndreaCox.com. I love each and every one of you. I hope that you guys have a happy holiday from my little furry husbands and everyone in my life, and you as well. Be well. Hey Gemini, Andrea Cox here. I have been reading to everyone in this book a page when I start their reading, actually just the air signs. And I'm just gonna randomly stick my finger into a page and open for you. We got the longest frickin' reading, but I'm gonna read. Poverty is in the heart. Poverty is in the heart. You don't own anything because you didn't bring anything with you when you came. And you are not going to take anything with you when you go. It is all given to you by God. When you have emptied your mind of ownership, that is reunification or poverty. I will give you a small illustration. Once a king was studying under a great sage. He used to leave the palace and go to the hermitage and sit with all the other students to study the scriptures under the guidance of a Swami. It seemed to the other students, however, that the teacher was treating the king a little special. Naturally, they became jealous, so they were gossiping. The sage knew what was happening, but he allowed it to continue for a while. Ordinarily, in those days, in the hermitages, the swamis used to sit and teach under a tree. One hermitage happened to be on the outskirts of the king's palace. One day, the swami created the illusion that the palace was on fire. The ministers and servants from the palace came running, saying that the palace was on fire and the fire was spreading. Immediately, all the students got up and ran, but one. The king himself was just sitting there contemplating on what the teacher was saying. The Swami was talking about the steadiness of the spirit, and Janka was contemplating on that. He didn't even hear what was happening. So all of the students got up and ran after a few minutes, though they all came back saying it was just a false alarm. There is no fire at all. We don't know what happened. The Swami said, "Ah, is that all? Thank God. Okay, sit. But when the palace was on fire, why did you people run out to put the fire out? The palace is far away. Are there not people there to do those things?" "Oh no, we weren't worried about the palace," they said. "But our loincloths were hanging in a line very close to the palace, so we just ran there to save them." "I see. Do you know who is the owner of the palace?" "Yes, this strange man. He didn't even notice. He was just sitting there the whole time." Then the teacher said, "You see, you were attached to your loincloths and ran to save them, whereas he just sat there. He didn't even run to save his palace." So who is rich here? And who is poor? All of you who renunciate have a loincloth, but he doesn't even have that much. He's a really poor man. Nothing can shake him. King Janka simply answered, "Well, there are people there to take care of it. This is a precious moment for me. Why should I go?" Then the others realized how attached they were and got the lesson. It's not possessions that make you rich. Even attachment to a begging bowl can make you a householder, whereas you can have a big family and still renunciate. It's the attachment that makes the difference. So we should learn to empty our minds of the attachment, not the things. Okay, Gemini, the attachment. Okay, I'm gonna split this into female and male Geminis. Gemini females, there is a masculine energy, Emperor, staring at me right here on this other deck. Male or female? Females can have an Emperor energy too, right? Emperor is like a boss, right? Could even be your boss. That, I'm drawn to the word hydrate, Gemini. There could be a message in there for you. Maybe someone's teaching this boss how to hydrate. I get Scorpio energy on that. I don't know. I think very few of you will get that. This Emperor who gaslights Gemini females, or who ignores, or who walks away, they have a lot of balance within themselves. They don't like the fuck shit, right? They don't like the drama. If it's drama, they're gonna flee. If you're a male Gemini and you've got this very powerful masculine energy in your life, male or female, could even be a child, they disappear when you don't give them what they want. That hurts. Like right here. deep. It hurts. Because this could have been someone you raised. For others of you, if it's a love situation, I get Leo strongly, Pisces, Libra, Virgo strongly, Aries for some of you, Aquarius for a lot of you, especially with the boss lover thing. You could have hurt someone in the past, and so they have just or they could have hurt you, and so now you're just checking out. Health, sensitivity, negativity. Gemini, you have the ability to transform anything. So if the money's not doing good, if the body's not doing good, if something's not doing good, you have the propensity to turn it around. Compassion. This is not the Gemini's strongest suit, but I have learned a thing or two about air signs and how they show compassion. And spending quite a few years with an air sign who was a Gemini, who I loved dearly and will always love, and I'll always say that, and I don't care who I piss off when I say that, but they show their love in a different way. It can be monetarily, it can be with words or intellect, not so much lovey-dovey, compassion, empathy. It's not an air sign's strongest quality. So if you're cross-watching for a Gemini, please know that. Gemini, you could have a Leo ignoring you, or an Aquarius ignoring you, or an Aries ignoring you. Be grateful for what you have. And just hold up a mirror to that behavior. Hold up a mirror to what they're doing. Yeah, so you want someone who's reliable, and you want kindness. Some of you are guided by a grandfather. That's a grandfather handing a little boy a flower. It's a dandelion green. And this was a really nice man. He would give the shirt off his back for you. Some of you, it was a father. And you would do the same. I feel like I'm connecting with Gemini men now, not women. You would do the same for others, Gemini men, and you have, and you feel like it got you nowhere. And you're pissed. You're like, why did I do that? Well, you taught someone something. You taught someone how to be reliable. I am going to cry during the Gemini reading. Some of you could be on the cusp of Cancer. There's an awareness. You see the little baby in the shell? I say Cancer because of the shell. I'm drawn to the shell. This came out in the Aquarius reading. You might want to watch that as well. So you taught someone how to be reliable, Gemini, or they taught you how to be a better friend if you're a female. They taught you what not to do, right? You could have been really about yourself when someone was going through a hard time, and they just fucking cut you off. They saw you as a 5 of Wands in reverse, just total pain in the ass, distraction, all about just selfish, needed growth, and they cut you out. And I think they cut you out for life. For others, for Gemini males, you could have done this to someone because they were a bitch and all about themselves. And now 5 and a 4 is a 9. They could be a life path number 4, a 5, or a 9, because 4 and 5 equal 9. This person's having a lot of forward movement. They're like riding a lotus. They've got these butterflies. Excuse the blue nail polish. A 9-year-old picked it out for me. They've got these blue butterflies, or being, I feel like someone's about to become famous. Could be you, could be them. And for good reason. Someone's really smart and they hold a lot of knowledge and they're able to get their point across and trigger change in other people. And someone sees this in them, but maybe you didn't see this in them, or you don't want to see this in this person. There's something like that. Others of you, Gemini females, you could be involved with an Emperor, Aries. For some reason, Aquarius keeps coming through to me. And you've been pulling their ship along and you're sick of that. Could be something regarding business. I just want to clear that real quick because I feel like some of you are being taken advantage of. I feel like there's Scorpio energy coming through. Hangman reverse. Queen of Cups, Judgment behind that Queen of Cups. Look at all the purple. That's royalty. Purple is royalty. Look at that. Excuse the yoga pants. She comes out again. Strength reverse, Hangman reverse, Queen of Cups upright. Somewhere along the way, someone was trying to break someone's strength down. Someone was trying to get someone to not be so strong. A lot of times, Judgment reverse, Strength reverse, with a light energy like a Queen of Cups can be someone doing spell work on someone. If that was being done to a Queen of Cups or an Empress energy, someone in the upright, that will always backfire on the person doing it. So if for some of you, for some reason, I'm feeling you have Aries, Gemini, and Aquarius in your chart, or those are the people you're dealing with. Could even be Scorpio. So we never want to do that type of energy work on anyone because it always returns, especially when someone's of the light. So that's for some of you. Transformation, things are changing at a cellular level for you, Gemini. Okay, that's a card from a different deck that popped out. Two of Wands. This person's looking out for someone. But is he really? Sisterhood of the Rose in reverse, Beauty and Devotion, Priestess, Mystic Teacher, and it was in reverse. So either you see someone being in the reverse, like a spiritual teacher, you see them being in reverse, or the sisterhood is in reverse. It's not coming back together. Like there's a friendship or something, a union or a work situation that's not coming back together. Hang on, Papas. Get grounded. Empath, highly sensitive, connect with nature. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep healing. Connect with nature. Nature always helps. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Time is fluid, Gemini. You're not too old to do anything that you want to do. You have the ability to see the steps in the way that things need to be built, right? Someone else has so much knowledge that they put out the stuff that people won't understand for another 10 years, right? But they have their crew as well that wants to pay them for their services. So try to work through any jealousy and envy. I love you, Gemini. Be well. Libra, how are you? Andrea Cox here. I grabbed one of my favorite books and I wanted to read a section out of it for you. I'm just picking a random page. This page seems to be what they want you to hear. And I'm debating on which side to read, but I think I'm going to read this side. I am taking care of all these people. Question, please speak on the relationship between the employer and employee. And that was the author's name. In a way, each depends on the other. If there's no employee, there's no employer. If there's no employer, there's no employee. The only difference is and e. So the employer should know that if he or she doesn't take care of the employees, he cannot survive, he cannot grow. He should think, yes, it's an opportunity for me to serve the people. God has given me some wealth, some intelligence, and with these people, God has given me enough. I am doing a job through this business. I am taking care of all these people. He should feel I am serving them, not that he is helping them. God is the only one who can help us all. So each of us serves the other, and the employer should not take all the money and go to Las Vegas. He should convert that money by giving it back to the employees and taking care of their welfare so that they can keep working. It's a mutual give and take. Each one, employer, employee, should think of the welfare of each other. So you could be having an issue with some kind of employer, or they have an issue with you, or some kind of work that someone does for you. I do feel like someone takes off the top, and I feel like it's to create some type of facade that they want to show. If you are a content creator, Libra, and I hope this doesn't annoy you, but I feel the need to roll these crystal marbles in my hand. I do feel like someone has built your growth up with someone else's work. And I feel like you know this. I also feel like that karma doesn't really produce you to have the best outcome in other areas of your life. So there's something called conscious creating. And that conscious creation comes only when we are able to create from a place of source which lives within us. And I feel like for you, Libra, this isn't the case. I almost feel like I'm just going to be honest. I feel like I'm seeing a fallen star. Someone who has taken so much from other people's creativity. That didn't break. That doesn't mean you can't rebuild. That you've lost yourself. So I feel like it may be time for you to get a new employee or employer. So we have the Emperor on the bottom of the deck, just fell out. Could be dealing with an Aries. Someone who can build with you from a conscious place, because I think when you're younger, you just want to build something to get all the clout, right? And then as you get older, you realize the karma involved in all of this, where if you're not consciously creating, what you're putting out into the world is false, and that's going to eventually trickle back into your own life. It usually happens over a 10-year span. So we can look at a person and where they were 10 years ago, and we can look at a person now and we can see the decline or the raise in vibration, right? We can see the honesty, integrity, or we can just see someone has not changed at all. For health, seek seclusion. Yeah, someone's blowing the karmic trumpet. Do you see that trumpet being blown? Someone's blowing that. That trumpet is, someone could be a life path number 22, 2, a 4, an 8. I feel like the 8 person is super toxic. If you have a life path number 8 around you, I'm sorry. Could need to pay more attention in your personal relationships as well. Seek seclusion. You will find the answers within triggers. number 9. Us 9s are famous for triggering others. We're put here to do so. And we're put here to do so because it helps people grow. So if you're triggered right now, remember this. You have this woman living in this beautiful bubble, and she's definitely an empress, and everybody's looking in on her in these other bubbles. You see that? And they're trying to figure out, how does she get all of that? Where does she get all of that? Why does she get all of that? Maybe someone's from like an aristocratic family. Someone's grandfather's name could be on the dollar bill or something. You never know, right? I always tell people, you know, research people's last names, where they're from. Research it. Intention, unicorn, 11. Okay. So you see this woman looks determined. She looks quite angry though and unattractive on this, and she's riding this unicorn. So this unicorn has all the brilliance. This unicorn has all the light. This unicorn is beautiful. This woman is not. She's got 2 little kids behind her here, holding on to her. She's not really paying much attention to them. She's too busy trying to ride this unicorn's back to get to fame and stardom. I think you know who this is, Libra. Sleep, card number 32. It's time to rest. It's time to pull back and to focus what's important. Your family, your health, your mental health. I don't want to go to the tarot cards for you, Libra. Deep cellular healing, Arcticus energy, physical and emotional healing. You had a past life with someone. It's someone of the opposite sex, and that's going to become clear to you in this life pretty soon. It's someone you've not spoken to, I'm hearing, in years. Give me more on this person. Leap, you go first. The universe will catch you. It's someone who does things first. They're a leader. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. Council of Light, divine orchestrations, helpers in the subtle realm. It's someone with a double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Pleiades energy. So Pleiades are very tall. They're usually slender. They usually have very poignant features, nose, big eyes, big smiles. And what does Libra need to know from the fall into my arms, surrender, holding the opposites extremes of life? You're sorry you hurt this person. I'm hearing it was the people around you, the people trying to create a false heaven on earth, right? A facade, right? They're the people that have the big, huge house, but they rent it. But they tell everyone they own it, right? Unbound. Okay, Aquarius got this. Releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Yeah. There has been an energy that has held you down for years. I almost said Aquarius, Libra. Maybe you have Aquarius in your chart and you're about to break free from it. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Get grounded, empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. I love that. We have High Priestess, transformation. Things are changing at a cellular level. Deep cellular healing. Play. I want you to play. I want you to celebrate. I want you to take a salt bath. I want you to do things you enjoy to do this month, Libra, because at the end of the day, you deserve it. I'm not going to pull tarot cards. I said I wasn't, but let's just pull 3, or we'll pull 1. The Emperor. Some of you are dealing with an Aries that does not have your highest good in mind, and I feel like this is monetary, could be in a love relationship, but I'm getting man and man. I feel like this is the person that has cast this false light on you. Like you have this image, but this image it doesn't belong to you. It's not even who you are. Remember where you started. And I'm getting really emotional. I'm feeling a father energy. For some of you, this man is still around and has health issues. For others of you, he's passed. I'm feeling a father who wants you to be authentic and wants to bring in authentic people to help you along your journey, to help you grow even bigger than you are now when you get rid of the emperor trying to build a facade. I love you, Libra. Be well. Aquarius, how are you? Andrea Cox here, intuitive healer and detox specialist. You know, Aquarius, I almost didn't do your reading because it's one of those days where I have not showered. The dog groomer was here earlier and she groomed Lewis and couldn't groom Maverick. We couldn't get a muzzle on him and he's a biter. And for those of you who don't know, Lewis is 21. So he's up there in age. It's very traumatic for all of us when we groom him. And so I was running around, I was cleaning up dog hair. I had an allergic reaction because she had groomed cats before she came over. And I thought, oh my gosh, I look so bad. I don't even want to do the reading. And I thought, you know what? They need the reading. So I'm going to get the reading out to them. So here we are. Aquarius, I want to read something to you from one of my favorite books. I felt called to just stick my thumb in the book, and wherever it landed, that would be what I would read to you. And I'm choosing the right side of the page, and it says, "It is better to learn soon. Even if you achieve the whole world by your selfishness, you are not going to be happy. You cannot be. Selfishness can never make you happy. Sometimes you may get what you want, but your own selfishness will spoil it. In a way, what we learn from all these disappointments in life? Every time this is an older book, so it's written differently. Every time you approach a thing or a person or an action with a selfish motive, it literally hits you on the head. Unfortunately, many people don't learn from a single hit or even 100 hits. That's what it says. On the other hand, sensible people will learn the lesson just by seeing others get hit. Don't ever think that you will escape. You are going to learn the lesson. Until you learn the lesson, this will happen again and again and again. Mother Nature is there with a big stick to whack you. Come on, learn this, she says. Finally, you will say, oh, I am learning, I am learning. You should remember it is Mother Nature's hand behind all these disappointments. So it is better to learn soon, the sooner the better, so that you can enjoy the rest of your life with joy and peace. I thought that was awesome. So the intuitive messages I got for you was unexpected. That maybe something would be happening that was a little unexpected, but it was time. Maybe something comes out of, thank you, Spirit, left field. Maybe something comes out of, I pulled this Guardian card. So that's a card of protection. It could be an uncle, a father, someone protecting you or the person that you're dealing with. And I'm hearing that very strongly. Forward movement, yes. 45, someone could be around age 45. 5 and a 4 is a 9. Someone could be a life path 5, a 4, or a 9. This person is being pulled on a big lotus flower by butterflies. Excuse my blue nail polish. A 9-year-old girl picked it out for me, and I honor her. She's my buddy. You could be focusing on someone, for the Aquarius females, way too much. And whoever you're hyper focused on, this is a person that feels energy. They energetically feel when people are peering in on them, and it's irritating. And so if they're lashing out, they're asking you to move on from them and to find someone else to focus your energy on. Maybe if you have children, your children. Maybe if you have a husband, your husband, a boyfriend or a girlfriend, you know, what have you. Maybe to focus on maybe another influencer. If this person is an influencer, if they have like a cult, like big following, I'm hearing celebrity following. Maybe you need to find someone else, because the dynamic that this obsession was built on, I'm speaking to Aquarius women here, was not healthy. It was built from someone showing you someone else that maybe they weren't even entangled with for a nanosecond. So this person sharing this lovely person being led by the butterflies to you, whoever brought this person into your sphere, they don't even know this person, right? So for example, if you're following a female online, right? Maybe you dated someone briefly and they're like, yeah, this is my ex. Maybe they were only with the person like a day. Maybe they went out with them on like one date. Maybe they were with them 3 months, 4 months. But somewhere along the way, lies were told by someone around you, and you formed an attachment and an obsession with someone. Now, that obsession has this person's guardians stepping in, or vice versa. These energies can work both ways. But what I feel like, Aquarius, yeah, it's causing someone to lose sleep. It's causing someone a lot of negativity, a lot of negative energy. And I feel that way because someone else has reawakened. We see 6. They've made, well, we had progress and reverse there. So how do I explain this? Imagine if you were a content creator and you made a mistake when you were very young of getting involved with someone that was very toxic, very karmic, and maybe this person sees you as like their twin flame or something. You're like, no, you're not anything like that. We were together for a minute, this is over. And then that person got involved with someone else that you didn't know, and they showed this person you and said, oh yeah, this is my ex, and isn't she beautiful, and look what she does, and look what, and so they planted these seeds in you that you weren't good enough, and constantly compared you to someone that you know there's no comparison with, right? Because we're all our own individual person. And you being an Aquarius, you're next to Pisces on the hierarchy of, so Aquarius is the Pisces, they're the water bearer. They can contain the emotions of a Pisces. No other sign can contain, meaning understand the emotions of a Pisces. And so as this obsession is formed, right, you start feeling the energy and the jealousy and the anger, and every time they have a fight, you know, the woman looks in on you more and more and tries to, you know, steal your swag more and more and be like you more and more. And it's just like this ankle biting irritation that's constant that's how this person feels. It's not anything other than wanting the attention, the negative attention, because that's how entity attachments are formed, off of them from you and this ex-partner. Someone, this is your story. For Aquarius men, for others of you, we had progress in reverse come out. You're looking for alternative ways. I'm hearing you're wanting to grow a following, so you're paying people to promote. Okay, replenish and reverse. There could be a loss of sleep. There could also be a loss of a home. I feel like someone's moving a lot. I feel like whoever I'm resonating with doesn't own their home, they rent. 18 on the card, ruminate. 1 and 8 is, sorry about that. Okay. Yeah, so someone else, they've put up barriers and walls because someone actually could be married and they don't tell anyone. And maybe, I don't know, Aquarius, there's something about, if you feel that someone you're around is obsessed with someone else, the person they're obsessed with actually could be married, but just doesn't share it on social media. Maybe they keep their personal life to themselves because maybe another relationship fell out that they were in, or maybe they've married that person and they just feel like they don't want to put it public because people tried to infiltrate their relationship before. There's something about that. This can be you, but I feel like this is someone you watch or that your partner watches. There's someone that has an obsession. And I have to tell you, for the Aquarius women, I feel like it's you. For the Aquarius men, I feel like it's someone that you're partnered with watching someone that you had an affair with. You could be in a partnership with a Gemini that you tend to ignore and gaslight, or a Scorpio female. Some of you a Taurus, a small percentage a Libra. For the Aquarius women, could be an Aries, Cancer, or someone has Cancer highly aspected. Whoever you're watching, or this person that's around you is watching, they only want sincere relationships. They're not into like Knight of Wands, in and out behavior. They are someone that listens to their body. Card number 27, someone could be a life path number 7, a 2, or a 9. 7 and a 2 is a 9. And they do tend to ruminate. But I don't feel like they ruminate on the past. 8 and a 1 is also a 9. Someone's a life path number 9. I feel like they ruminate on something that was done to them that was really negative. Now, Aquarius, you actually could be the person that did this negative thing. For some of you. For some of you, it's someone around you. Someone that has Cancer highly aspected, or Capricorn highly aspected. The obsession, Aquarius, for you females, this actually could be your partner is obsessed with someone, and you know this. I mean, you know. If you don't, yeah. Page of Cups. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag, male. Or someone has that highly aspected. And we have the Hanged Man, card of Pisces. On this Page of Cups, I get the Queen of Cups reversed with the Four of Pentacles reversed. On this King of Swords, I get the Three of Swords. Someone's heartbroken. but they're taking a new beginning, Fool card. On this Hanged Man, I get the Hermit reversed, Virgo energy, and the Tower, Scorpio energy. Okay. Some of you could be on the cusp of Pisces. Some of you could have Sagittarius highly aspected. So one party is the Page of Cups reverse, or Page of Cups upright, Queen of Cups reversed. This could be someone that looks a lot younger than they are, right? This person could be like headed towards 50 and they look like they're 35 or something, right? They get hit on by 20-year-olds. Queen of Cups reverse is overly emotional. She'll go off. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy, or someone with that highly aspected. Four of Pentacles in reverse. This person isn't holding on to anything from their past. Four of Pentacles reversed is a complete let go. Ace of Cups. They do have love in their life. Could be with a Sagittarius, or that's who they hold the love for. Temperance. Or they're patient for new love. This middle card, this King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sag, male. And then Three of Swords, heartbroken over something. And he's heartbroken over someone else having a new beginning. So someone else, every time someone else does well in their life, this King of Wands gets jealous and starts focusing on this person. This could be online at a distance. He goes into this Page of Wands energy. And if you notice in this deck, this Page of Wands is smoking something. So that he could get depressed, and every time he sees this Eight of Cups. Now what's on this Eight of Cups? That's a female walking away on these lotus flowers. So someone could actually be looking in on someone, some kind of hacking situation, and seeing them talk to another person, or seeing that they're in love with another person, actually be jealous and focused on this person, even if they're married. Right? So for example, you could have a partner that's so focused on this other person at a distance, on what they're doing, on what they're putting out there, on if they're in a relationship or not. It's like this person walked away from this King of Wands, and this King of Wands doesn't want this person to have love, doesn't want this person to have money, doesn't want this person to have anything, just so he can be like, yeah, they left me and their life fell apart. Well, whoever this Queen of Cups is, her life looks pretty rich. She looks pretty abundant. She's got the Ace of Cups, Four of Pentacles reversed, which is not holding on to anything, and she's got butterflies all around her, and patience. Temperance is patient. She also could be married or involved with a Sagittarius. This last group feels light. This could be you if you're an Aquarius female. It feels like someone letting go of someone. We have the Hanged Man, the Hermit reversed, getting out there again. Good. The Tower, something shocking happening. The Hierophant, it's something someone says. The Hierophant is a spiritual teacher. And the Knight of Cups reversed, seeing something for the truth, finally. Seeing something from a different perspective. I'm going to pull Lemuria, creating heaven on earth that's happening. Okay, you could be moving and maybe getting things for a new home is important, or selling things, that's important. Deep replenishment, retreat, rest, be held. So if you're in a relationship, it's definitely a time to be held, not a time to play games, not a time to avoid. Cracked open in reverse. So this tells me that the Aquariuses that I'm talking to are not allowing themselves to see the truth. Rock bottom, surrender to the alchemy of life. Someone got played on. Someone wanted to leave someone because they saw someone from their past was single and doing well. And when they realized that person wasn't into them, they came back, and they could have came back to you. And it's important that honesty is expressed in whatever way this is. Now, this also could have been you doing this to someone, right? Maybe you reached out to someone to make them jealous or something. It's weird. If you're an Aquarius male. Fall into my arms, surrender, holding opposites, extreme of life. Leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. Okay, so, it could be time, Aquarius, creatively, that you do something first, that you pioneer something instead of being the follower. Instead of doing what everyone else has already mastered, that you actually create something for yourself. I do get the vibe that in the past, someone got annoyed with a partner because they were trying to ride the coattails of someone else, do what they did, talk like them, hand gestures. I'm seeing someone with black eyebrows that doesn't have the face for it, or like really dark eyebrows because someone else had dark eyebrows. Like someone stalks someone online. I'm sorry, but someone does. And it looks, Aquarius females, it looks like this could be you. Like watching someone's stories from a fake account or something. Someone could have figured that out. Yeah, unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Stop watching this person. If you're Aquarius male, this person's really into you. You could have Sagittarius in your chart. Could be dealing with a Pisces, 9 of Cups. This person loves you, will always love you. They don't think you're going to be together in this lifetime, but they'll always love you. But if you're an Aquarius female, you're getting on this fucking person's nerves, man. I feel it in the cards. Unbound came out again. Unbound, releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. Was this your mom in a past life or something? Let this woman go. This woman does not want to be the cast of your evil eye. Find someone else to follow, to mimic, to copy, to slander. You don't know this person, at least not in this lifetime. And you never will. So, yeah, whoever this other person is, forge, don't follow. Pave a new path, be the leader you wish they had. They're a leader. They don't follow shit. And we have Lumeria again, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. Everything they create is beautiful. Trust the niggle. What is that niggling feeling trying to tell you? They're super intuitive. And that's all this is. Nobody wants your man, Aquarius women. Nobody wants your lady, Aquarius men. Nobody's trying to break up anything. No one's doing, no one's casting. Maybe you are. I get the feeling someone doesn't want someone's evil eyes on them, especially if they're stealing their work. I love you, Aquarius. Be well. He's second. He gave that a second.